I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to cut through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Afternoon. I hope you are all well. I would say that is a really, really good idea. A really good idea, James. Before we jump into the show, I just want to jump into my show sponsor, which is Match Bingo. Please take a look at them. The QR code is on the screen now. If you take a screenshot, you can download the app for Apple and Android. Good little app. Nice little game of bingo you can play. Obviously, you've got the games tonight. I'll give you a shout on to some of the games that are available tonight. you've obviously got some of the Premier League games, some of the EFL games that are coming up. Wednesday's game is Miami versus CFF. I don't know who they are, but that's in the Major League Soccer. There's EFL tonight as well, which is Millwall and Coventry, Norwich and West Bromwich Albion, also Portsmouth and Watford. That's all on Wednesday. Get involved. Thank you, someone who's just downloaded it. Appreciate it. Go and check it out. It's a bit of fun. But if you use the QR code there and you type in KMack, you get a 200% discount on your first deposit. Remember, gamble responsibly. And if you want to know any more about it, the details are in my description on my channel. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, I've kind of delayed this for a while because I've been busy, I'll be honest. But there's been so much fume on every channel. Like it is to an extent that Liverpool fans want a reason to be pissed off with Liverpool. Whether it's the manager, whether it's the players, whether it's anybody. Look, we lost a game of football. Jesus Christ. It does happen. Speak to Manchester United fans. Speak to Chelsea fans. Speak to Arsenal fans. Speak to Manchester City fans. Even speak to Real Madrid fans. Like, it does happen. PSG have also lost a game recently to Marseille. PSG lost to Chelsea. You know, Real Madrid lost to Atletico Madrid, who we beat. Like, it does happen. We are allowed to lose a game every now and again. Like, I'm sorry, but I hate entitlement. And if Liverpool fans are starting to feel entitled, you've got another thing coming. Because we're not entitled. We are not entitled to win every single game. Like, we're not entitled to win every game, for every single result to go our way, for the referees to give us that goal, for the referees to not disallow a goal. Like this entitlement shit needs to stop with Liverpool fans. Like, because it's starting to really grind my gears. Like, we can lose games and we can still win a league. Like, it can happen. We can lose tonight against Galatasaray. Like if we lose to Galatasaray tonight, who have only lost 3 games in their entire European tenure, by the way, at home, they are fucking really good at home, by the way. But if we lose tonight, do not lose your shit. Do not lose your shit. Do not throw your fucking shirt out the window and start fucking saying slot out, because that bollocks has to stop. Because we're not that club. We're not that club. All right? It's a small minority. Or we just feel like we're entitled because Jurgen won so many games. No, we can't be like that. Like, we have to learn to be able to take a knock every now and again. We have to learn to take it because it's going to happen. Because there are a lot of teams that spent a shit ton of money in the Premier League and they're going to get better. Arsenal are going to get better. Manchester City will get better. There will be teams out there that will be able to get a result against us. But that doesn't mean we're going to lose the league. It doesn't mean we're going to lose the league. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Some of our fans are turning into Arsenal fans. And no. Don't be doing that. Do not be doing that. Just because we signed Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak for like 270 million, whatever quid it was, I don't know. I don't really care. It's not my money. But just because we spent all that money doesn't mean we're entitled to win the league. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You win the league because you work your bloody ass off. You win the league because you manifest, you support your team. You win the league because you win the hard games. And fuck me, Crystal Palace is a hard game. It's a hard game. I will show you how hard Crystal Palace is, okay? I will show you how hard Crystal Palace is when they want to win themselves, okay? I will show you how hard a Crystal Palace can be. Because these guys have got our name. They've got our number. These guys have got our number. Longest unbeaten runs in Europe's top 5 leagues. Crystal Palace are in a league of their own. Barcelona are on 9, Bayern Munich are on 8, Dortmund are on 7, Elche are on 7. Crystal Palace are on 18. 18. And that's not even including Champions League. That's not even including the European competitions. And also, you can throw in the Charity Shield. You can also throw in the FA Cups if you want, because they're on an unbeaten run of 20. Not 18, 20. Actually, they're on an unbeaten run of 21 if you throw in the Charity Shield. Crystal Palace are a very good side. But make no bones about it, we could have won that game. We could have won that game. And I will still vouch for my team that we could have won the game. And we had the opportunities to win that game and to get away scot-free. We had the opportunities. If you want to put it all into a nutshell and just break it all down into a microcosm, not a macrocosm, a microcosm, the game came down to an unbelievable save from Henderson, but an unbelievable miss from Florian Wirtz, which would have equalised the game, and then Chiesa scores the winner. End of. That was it. That would have been the game. Done. Crystal Palace would have been dead. Absolute stuffing knocked out of them. Smash and grab. See you later. Liverpool have done it again. 86-minute winner. Chiesa slots it in. Bang. Crystal Palace would have been on their knees. That would have been the end of it. Literally the end of the game. Done. Whether the referee would have added on 20 minutes, it wouldn't have mattered. Crystal Palace would have been completely demoralised and Liverpool would have been away. Mo Salah probably would have scored a third just to rub insult in. And just to follow up with the absolute shite performance that he put on, he probably would have scored a third. But that was a microcosm of the game. Goalies have good games, players have shots to hit the post. It is what it is. Look, we could have lost 7, we could have lost 5. We didn't. We lost by 1 goal. But the microcosm of the game, in a Liverpool perspective, how Arne Slot would have planned that game was take a battering, get back into the game in the second half, which we did. Yeah. Score the equaliser, Florian Wirtz big chance. Florian Wirtz then has a sliding doors moment where, guess what? I'm not 007 now. I've now got a goal. I now feel confident. Chest is out. The real Florian Wirtz might turn up. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But that moment would have been the equaliser. Crystal Palace would have been, oh shit, Liverpool on the ascendancy. And then we score the goal that takes us into the lead, which we did with Chiesa, which was the equaliser. And instead of Liverpool going back into their shell because we only just equalised, it would have been a case of, well, we're ahead again. And we've done this over and over again. Game's over. That is it. Literally, think of it as that microcosm as Arne Slot was probably thought about it. And it would have been, wow, that's another inspired substitution. Chiesa comes on, scores the winner. How many times have we seen that? 3, 4. 4 times this season we would have seen it. That would have been a case of, okay, well, we're used to this. This is what we do. But it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that. And they went down the other end, and Curtis Jones kicked the ball out with a shit pass. Then Kirkez gave away a throw-in for no reason. Then Jeremy Frimpong runs out of his position because he's more attack-minded than defence-minded. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. And they score a goal because Curtis Jones is beaten in the air by Guehi. I don't know why he's marking Guehi, but he is. No one's looked at that situation. Mark Guehi wins the ball. Mark Guehi doesn't know where the ball's going, but he wins it. It ricochets off his head, and it falls down to Nketiah, who for me looked offside, but it wasn't given. And really good finish underneath Alisson. Alisson couldn't do anything about it. Game's finished. 98 minutes. Not sure there was 98 minutes worth of injury time, especially when it had 96 on the clock. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We can complain about the performances, but it really doesn't matter to Slot. It doesn't matter to Slot, Christian. It doesn't matter to Slot. It's a football match. It's sport. It's a game of win, draw, or lose. That's all it is. It doesn't matter at all about anything else to Arne Slot. Arne Slot wants 3 points in every game, hook or by crook, and it doesn't matter how we play. It really doesn't matter how we play. We are in a game, we are in a league and a game which are the toughest games anywhere in the world. Anywhere. And you can talk about European football being harder. It's not. European football's easier because teams give you space. Teams give you time on the ball. Not in the Premier League. The Premier League is the creme de la creme. It is elite. It is the fastest pace. It's non-stop. You haven't got a moment to breathe. Like, Liverpool played, as soon as we got the ball in defence, Crystal Palace had 3 attacking players in a line right in front of our back four. Can't go nowhere. Where are you passing the ball to? Where are you passing the ball to? You give the ball to Konate. Konate gives it back to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk then gives it back to, passes it to Kirkez. The 3 strikers are so close to each other, they can hold hands, and they just moved along. It was like Space Invaders. Watch them. They were like Space Invaders. They were holding each other's hands, and they were moving along in this line, and we couldn't get the ball out. We couldn't get the ball out, and it was so easy for them to do it. All we had to do was play a long ball, but we didn't do that. Like, that's not what Liverpool do, is it? Liverpool don't play that football no more. But that's it. Like, the tactics were brilliant. The tactics were so good. They had nobody in midfield when we had possession. All their players went wide, and they left a big gap in midfield, but we couldn't get it to the midfield. So we were trying to play it into a space where we couldn't get the ball to, because we had a line of attackers literally following our defenders. They were great. They were really good. And they were up for this game like you will not believe. There was 2 players in that Crystal Palace team that were playing for a move to Liverpool next season. And they were the man of the match. Like, the pair of them. Adam Wharton was absolutely sensational. Adam Wharton, for me, replaces McAllister next season. Like, Adam Wharton replaces McAllister next season. And for me, we are so bad in the right back position right now. I reckon we just play Dominic Szoboszlai there from now on, because Frimpong, he's been space jammed. Like who is this guy? Who is this guy? This isn't the guy that was tearing it up in the Bundesliga. I have no idea who we've signed. He's dreadful. He can't pass the ball. Full stop. Like, he just can't pass the ball. Like, he has a pass completion of 0 in a game. I've never seen that. I've genuinely never seen that. 17 to 0. in a game of football. Like, who is the guy that played against Southampton? Like, was that someone we pulled out of the under-17s? Because that was supposed to be a Dutch international that has absolutely tore up the Bundesliga. He was shit. He was so bad against Southampton. And then you play him in that game against Crystal Palace for a bit. He was just dreadful. He was even worse. He was the reason why Arnie Slot was shouting in the press conference, in the post press conference, saying this guy just went out and left his position. Like, why did he do that? He was talking about Frimpong. He just left his position. He left his guy. The reason why Nketiah was stood there on his own is because Frimpong just buggered off. Go and watch the replay. Nketiah was Frimpong's guy. Like, we all sit here and we complain about Trent not defending. That was exactly what Trent used to do, not defend on the back post. But no one's complaining about Frimpong. Nobody's complaining about Frimpong. No one's saying it was his fault that Nketiah was stood there on his own. Nobody's even brought that up. If that was Trent, you'd be all kicking off now, saying, oh my God, his head's in Madrid, he can't defend, blah, 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 blah. That was Frimpong. No one's saying a word. About it. Everyone's saying how shit Canate was. Everyone's saying how shit McAllister was. Everyone's saying how shit Mo Salah was. Nobody's talking about how shit Bradley was. Like, Canate was shit, but what do? Like, you can't pass it to the guy next to you who's even worse. Like, and then you're having a shit game, and then you're passing it to the guy next to you who's also having a shit game. And then you're like, okay, well, I could really do with some help back here. Nah, well, Mo Salah's not defending. Absolute madness. Like, but we are going to get angry about some of these games. But guess what? It's just a loss. It's just a game we lost. Okay? Just a game we lost. We just have to win some more. We're still on 15 points. If you'd have said to me right now, would you take 15 points right now at this part of the season after playing Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal, Everton, and Crystal Palace, and there's one more I missed out. Who's the other team? And Burnley. Would you take 15 points? I'd have said yes. Give me 15 points. I'd have said yes, please. And then if you've been told, oh well, Arsenal will be on 13, and then there'll be loads of random teams like Crystal Palace, funny enough, and Bournemouth, who we've also played, and they'll be around the top four, and Tottenham. Like, would you take that? I'd be like, yeah. So the only team that's really close to us is Arsenal and Crystal Palace, not Manchester City, not Chelsea, not Tottenham. Like, not that close. Would you take that? I'd be like, hell yeah, I'd take that. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then if you were told, oh, you know what, you've got another load of hard games coming up, but your Christmas period, you'd have easier games, and your January period, you'll also have easier games than the rest, because you're the one that's going to play the fourth hardest set of 5 games to the start of the season, and then the 5th hardest set of 5 games in the next batch of games. Would you take that? I'd be like, yeah, take that. Yeah, take that. Absolutely. So that's how it is. So who we got next? In the league? We got Chelsea away. Well, Chelsea pretty shit right now, aren't they? Lost a lot of players. Seem to be getting red cards all the time. Like, how Chiesa didn't get sent off against Brighton is beyond me. The guy assaulted one of his old players, Van Hecker. Like, literally assaulted him. Like, how he didn't get sent off is beyond me. No idea what happened there, but they got beat. Tottenham last minute equaliser. They scraped a point. Like, there's a lot of teams that aren't playing great football. Like Arsenal, say what you want about Arsenal, but they were lucky to get out of Newcastle with a win. Like, they probably should have got beat, if I'm completely honest, because Gabriel handballed it. Like, that's a penalty. Like, so where are we here? Are we all on the same page here? Because like now everyone's saying Arsenal are title contenders and they're the ones to beat. Well, have you looked at the table? Like, have Arsenal fans actually looked at the table? Like, have they seen the table yet? Like, because I'm looking at it and we're still in the lead. Like, I forgot Sunderland were there. Bloody hell. I forgot Sunderland were there. Big up Sunderland. But yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm going, well, hang on, we're 5 points clear of Manchester City, who everybody thought was probably gonna try and win the league. There's a lot of pundits that said Man City would win the league. Arsenal got 13 points. Big deal. Like, big deal. We've got 15. Like we've got some tough games. Arsenal have got some tough games. Arsenal have got a striker that's, if you ask me, is shit. Like, if you really give your honest opinion, like, I think Gokares is shit. Like, I think he's a shit player. There's not a lot to like about him, if I'm completely honest. Like, I genuinely don't think he's going to be a great player for them. He might get 10 goals. But I don't think he's a great player. Like, Crystal Palace, they're going to take points off some of the big ones. They're going to take points off some of the teams. So you're going to have them taking points. You're going to have Tottenham taking some points. Bournemouth aren't going to be an easy team to play. We've already played them. Sunderland, they don't seem to be an easy team to play. You know, Chelsea, Brighton, they're all much of a muchness. Newcastle aren't there either, and we thought they might be closer. So you genuinely just got to look at this, and it's all a bit all over the place, apart from Liverpool and Arsenal. And it was always going to be Liverpool and Arsenal. Like, we thought Manchester City might have a revival, but that's not really happened. But it was always going to be Liverpool and Arsenal. Well, guess who won? Guess who won at Anfield? Oh, that was Liverpool. So we've already taken 3 points off Arsenal. And you don't think we could go to the Emirates and get a draw? Well, that takes another 2 points off Arsenal. So, look, the league isn't going to be won by 20 points. Like, that's not how it works. It's not going to work like that when you have other teams that spend 300 million on players like Arsenal did. It just doesn't work like that. And it looks like it's a lot more competitive. It looks like teams score a lot more goals. That looks pretty obvious now. Like, there's only one team that didn't concede a goal at the weekend, and that was Sunderland. Every other team conceded goals, even Arsenal. So it's going to happen. Like, there's going to be a lot that moves around, but it's only 6 games. Will you all calm the fuck down? We need to calm the fuck down. It's 6 games. And we played some of the hardest teams we're going to play this season already. We've already played them. We've already played Crystal Palace away. That's a fucking nightmare. We've already played Newcastle away. That's a fucking nightmare. Bournemouth took points off loads of people at home. We dispatched them. That's done. Burnley away was going to be a banana skin. We all thought it was going to be a bit of an iffy one because it was after the international break. We did it. So let's all just calm down now and kind of enjoy the football and kind of support the team a bit more. let's manifest the wins. Let's manifest those wins. And we beat Everton as well, which is always nice. So let's manifest those wins. And we've got some hard games. Doesn't get easier for us. Why would they make it easy? They don't want to make it easy, do they? They want to make it hard because they want a competitive league. And let's manifest the win tonight because the kids won away to Galatasaray today. So the kids won 2-0. So hopefully Liverpool, the men, can win 2-0. Yeah? And that was Karim Ahmed and Joshua Sunilambi, who looks like a good player, by the way. Joshua Sunilambi. And Ahmed looks like well, it doesn't look like he's a kid, let's be honest. But yeah, they won 2-0. So let's manifest the win. And look, this guy's only 2 goals short of 250 goals for Liverpool. And he's been poor. But he said he's still trying to find his forwards. He's still trying to work out how they play. Look, Mo Salah in the last 2 years has gone through 4 different forwards. 4 different strikers that play with him. Like, it can't be easy to keep on rotating with your strikers. Like, as in, you have to learn how to play with new players all the time. Yeah, there's no point even mentioning this guy because until he gets a loan and starts scoring some goals for like a club and not like the youngsters, then I've got no judgment on him whatsoever. Like, I really haven't. Like, he needs to go away and score some goals. And that's what he needs. And look, Mo will perform under Slot. He's got 63 GA in 59 games under Slot. He will perform. Class is permanent. And Mo's class. So let's see what happens tonight. But numbers-wise, Mo is... Hang on, where is he? I just want to quickly give you the numbers on Mo. So Mo's numbers in the Champions League are 2 seconds. His numbers are crazy in the Champions League. Okay, so he's got 51 goal contributions. Top 5. More than Harry Kane, more than Mbappe. So he's going to come good. And I feel like tonight's game might be a little bit open. Might be a little bit more open because they're at home. It'd be interesting how Konate plays against Osimhen if Osimhen plays, because Konate needs to stop trying to win battles and just play your natural game. Just play your natural game. There's a lot of people that have wrote stuff in the chat. I haven't got time to answer it. I'm really sorry. If you do have a comment that you really want me to answer, just drop a super chat or write a message and buy some memberships for people, or become a member and write it, or something like that. Do something like that and make it stand out, and I'll read it out, okay? So I want to ask you a question. Do you want me to go through some more football news and stuff, or do you want me to do a Crystal Palace review? Genuinely, do you really want me to review this game? Because it's not pretty. It's not good viewing. So just let me know in the chat. If I get 3 people that say yes, you want me to review it, then I will. But if you don't, just put no, and I'll talk about other things. So let me know. I know it says match review, but it's not pretty. So let me know in the chat, because I don't want to bore you with that stuff. Conspiracies, please. More footy news, okay. All right, so okay, that's fine. I understand. All right, I understand. Why do you want me to review that? Like, you want me to try and polish a turd? Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to polish that turd, because it was a turd. It was a big stinky turd that kind of wobbled its way onto the pitch and stayed there for pretty much the 67th minute, and then it decided to start playing football for a bit. Okay, we'll leave it then. We won't go into the details of that Crystal Palace game, because it is horrific. What do you call it? Do you call it the Denia? Is it Denia? It's like the worst of the worst. We reached the Denia, I think it's called. So we'll leave that. All right, let's do some news then. Okay, 2 seconds. Let me just bring up some stuff. Okay, so couple of things. So talking about Ekitike, Ekitike's apologised. Not only has he apologised, he also had to answer interviews, because guess what? Him apologising isn't enough, so they need to interview him about it. So he said, I think it wasn't smart. I found myself alone, and I would say, so I feel disappointed to watch the boys from home, but I apologise to everyone already, my teammates, and that kind of thing won't happen again. So I move on and focus on football. Okay, so he learnt his lesson. I mean, for God's sake, he missed the Crystal Palace game, which he was probably itching to play, because Alexander Isak was dead on his feet after about 60 minutes. And we had to play him all the way to the 90th, which is a bit weird, but we did. So he's sorry for that, and he won't let that happen again. So I don't think you're going to be seeing Ekitike taking his shirt off again, which I think is a stupid rule anyway, but there you go. Also, Liverpool were kept up all night with Galatasaray having a massive fireworks display right outside the hotel. Thought I'd mention that. So you might see a few bags under their eyes. Also, Florian Wirtz, just a genuinely nice bloke. Like, it's impressive when You'll Never Walk Alone is played at Anfield. It does something to you when so many people sing that song. It definitely gets under your skin. Like, he's already fallen in love with Liverpool. For me, I think he needs to stop trying so hard. I think he just needs to let his natural game happen. But it doesn't help that Arne Slot is basically putting him in a position where there's just chaos. Like, he needs a bit of calm around him, if I'm completely honest. I thought he'd be good on the left-hand side, but we just did nothing in that game. We never got the ball to him. Like, when he got moved into the centre, he nearly scored. But I think maybe he needs to... I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Do you feel with Slot, the constant system changes every game? Yeah, I feel like Liverpool need a bit of time. Like, they need a bit of time where they can work on the pitch, like off the pitch. And I don't think we have. I just don't think we have, because we're doing 3 games a week. and we have done consistently this season. And then we had the international break, which obviously everyone went away anyway. I just don't think we've got it. Like, it feels a little bit like last season, if I'm completely honest. And Crystal Palace feels like the Nottingham Forest game where we just got beat. Like, we got beat. We weren't good enough. Players weren't with it. It was like the game. It's like we weren't prepared for the game. It was like we didn't understand what Crystal Palace were going to do, even though they did the same thing in the Community Shield. Like, they did exactly the same thing in the Community Shield, played the same way, and we still played like no pace on the wings. Like, and we also had no tracking back. Like, Verts didn't track back, Isak didn't track back, and Salah didn't track back. So what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you're playing when you're out of possession. You're playing with 8 men. You're playing with 8 men when you're out of possession. Like, so the opposition have got 10 men, like, all playing football, and you've got what, 8, 7 or 8. And McAllister, for me, like, if the guy's not fit, stop playing him. It's as simple as that. If he's not fit enough, don't play him. If Isak isn't fit enough to play a game, don't play him. Because you had Chiesa. You could have played Chiesa. You could have played Cody. Cody didn't even play from the start. And Cody didn't play during the week. So you're like, hang on a minute. Why aren't you playing Cody? Why don't you play Cody on the left, which is his natural position, and put Verts in as the false 9? Because he didn't play. Verts didn't play either. Verts didn't play against Southampton. So you could have played Verts as the false 9. And then Isak could have came on 60 minutes. Like, 60 minutes. And then he'd have had a rest. And then he'd have played. And Mo Salah didn't play, so you play him. And then maybe you can bring Chiesa on then. Or maybe you bring Isak on. And you play Isak in the 9. And you take Verts off at half time. And then you've got Chiesa to bring on as well. But you gave yourself a knackered Isak and played him knackered. And then you didn't play Cody, who was fresh. Like, and he tracks back. Like, you can say whatever you want about Cody this season. Like, he's not been great. But the guy runs. The guy runs for you, and he tracks back and he tackles. So, like, why don't you just play him? Like, I don't get it. He went too attack minded against the Crystal Palace team that have got loads of defensive players in it. Loads of defensive players. They play with a back three. Like, and we don't have to play many teams with back threes, luckily. But, like, if there's something that Liverpool aren't good at, is low block and back threes. And that's a worry for me. That is a worry for me because teams can just go low block and back threes all season long, and they might get something in a game against Liverpool. Might get a draw, might get a win. Like, it's a worry. Like, for us to just naively think that, oh, they're going to play their best football, they're going to come out and attack us. Well, no, they're not. Like, they'd be mad to, because we score more goals than anyone else. So they'd be mad to do it. I don't think the rotation helps either, Tony. There's a lot of rotation. Like, there's a lot of rotation right now. I'm not sure that helps. These are the next games as well, by the way. Just want to put them out there. Liverpool have got Chelsea. Liverpool have got United. We've got Brentford. We've got Villa. We've got City. They're hard games. They're all hard games. Brentford have had a bit of a revival. They've also got our ex-goalkeeper and a couple of our ex-players, which is always nice. United, I don't know whether United are even going to have a manager like by that game, but they'll play a back three. They played a back three at Anfield, last season, and they look good because of it. But look, Arsenal have 3 bogey teams back to back. Like, say what you want about Arsenal, they don't like playing West Ham, they don't like playing Fulham, and they don't like playing Crystal Palace. I will say that. I'll say that straight up. Like, Arsenal have got 3 bogey teams back to back. Remember, Fulham beat them last season, West Ham beat them last season, and Crystal Palace took points off them last season. And Crystal Palace are really good right now. So all we need is a couple of draws. Look, right now we're in the box seat. We're in the box seat. Couple of draws, but you get some of those games out of the way for Liverpool, and we then start playing some of the lesser teams. We do. But the lesser teams aren't that less anymore. Like, they're not. Like, did anybody think that Sunderland are going to be taking points off teams? Did anyone think that Leeds would be taking points off teams when they came straight up? No. Sunderland only need 1 point to match what Southampton got last season, the whole season. I don't think it's going to be like that anymore in the Premier League. I think it's going to be maybe 6 or 7 teams that could potentially go down. And I don't think there's going to be teams that are massively adrift, because there's so much money that's getting spent. And it's not just that, it's the caliber of player that teams that get promoted can buy. Like, Sunderland bought a Champions League player. Like, Sunderland bought Granit Xhaka. Like, the guy came third in the league with came second in the league with Leverkusen. Like, he's in the Champions League. Like, you're signing that kind of caliber of player. Like, you're going to do well. Like, you are. So I find it interesting. I find it really interesting. But we just need a couple of draws from Arsenal. Because Arsenal blew it last season because they drew 20 games. Like, they drew 20 games, I think. That's why they blew it. That was the problem with Liverpool under Klopp. We drew too many games. Like, we lost leagues because we drew games. Like, it wasn't because we lost games, because we drew games. We don't seem to draw many games with Slot. We don't. We don't seem to draw many games. We either win or we lose. And we don't lose that often. But Chelsea away is a tough one, but it's probably the best time to play them. It's probably the best time to play Chelsea. They're about to play Jose Mourinho's Benfica, which will be an interesting game against an old manager, but that'll be an interesting game. But Chelsea are losing players. Like, they've got no Cole Palmer, they've got no Delap. There's a couple of players. I think Sanchez might be suspended still, so they're playing reserve goalkeepers, and there's a couple of defenders that are injured. Tossin's injured, so they'll have lost some players. And Manchester United, you don't know what Manchester United is going to turn up, but Liverpool at home are a formidable force. A formidable force. Brentford away is a tricky one for me. That's a tricky one. But that's the same time Arsenal have got Crystal Palace. We could draw that. Palace could draw that. That's not going to make a difference. Aston Villa at home, I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got a problem with Aston Villa at home. Burnley at home aren't an easy team to play. Like, I know Arsenal might go and do a job there, but they're not an easy team to play at home. They're the first team. We're the first team that beat them in a whole year. And then we got Manchester City away, which isn't an easy game. It's not an easy game, Manchester City away. But we could go and do a job. And Arsenal got Sunderland away, which is probably not going to be an easy one either. So you've got to look at it like that. You have to look at it like that. But we're 2 points clear. We're 2 points clear. And if you'd have given me 15 points after playing some absolute stinker games, yeah, some hard teams, would I have took it? Yeah, I'd have took it. I'd have took 15 points. 100%. I'd have taken it. I'd have taken 15 points. So let's see how it goes. And you've also got to remember that this guy is in charge. And he plans to invite the RAF fighter pilots to Arsenal to improve the way communications in his players. It's a little bit like the light bulb team talk. Just let him do his stuff, okay? If you just let him be the weirdo that he is and get all over deluded and start believing mass grandeur and all that kind of weird stuff that he does, and all the Arsenal fans suddenly think that they're something that they're not, yeah, you just let them all get carried away, yeah, and we just do our job and they can all just pipe down and we can laugh at them at the end, because that's all that needs to happen. Arnie Slot can dig out one of his players and say, you weren't defending, you're in the wrong position, you're an idiot for getting sent off, I don't condole it, you shouldn't be taking your shirt off, you're on a second yellow. Like, that's the kind of shit we need. We need a manager coming out and saying, yeah, you're a prick, you're a dickhead, you need to book your ideas up. That's what I love. I'm loving that. That's what you need. You need a little bit of, I don't know, like tough love, maybe. But this guy, like celebrating players diving and all that nonsense. Like, it wasn't a penalty. And he still said at the end of the game it was a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. Like, Pope got the ball. Like, he kicked the ball with his foot. And then he still said in the press conference afterwards, no, it was a penalty. Well, what time are you watching? Are you watching like a different TV from a different time? Like, the guy's an idiot. Just let him get his RAF pilots in and do weird stuff, and he can hire pickpockets to do magic tricks and shit that he did last time, and he can hold light bulbs in the changing room, and we can all laugh at him because that. Let's just continue. Like, let him get carried away, because when it comes down to the crunch, he will bottle it. He will bottle it. And we also have to stop jumping on the dickhead bandwagon, okay? There's quite a few dickheads in our fan base, and you probably know who you are, yeah, that jump to the conclusion that the manager has something against Federico Chiesa. He's got a niggle. He's got a slight injury, and he picked it up in the Palace game. And there's a moment when I actually probably seen the actual foul that hurt him, and he's not fit enough to play. And why would you want to take a player when you've got Ekitike and Isaac now, like both available? Like, why would you want to take him as well if he's already got a little bit of a problem? So he's been advised by his medical team to rest him. So that's why he hasn't gone. And I'm sorry, but you need to stop reading the media. You need to stop following these pricks. Dominic Kings, Duncan Castles. Like, you need to stop following them, because James Pearce is a prick. Like, he doesn't like Liverpool. Like, he's never got anything good to say about them. Like, when was the last time he came out with anything good to say about Liverpool? Like, he just doesn't. He doesn't. He's still got a grudge against the fact that Jurgen Klopp kicked him out of the press conference because he said something about his wife. Like, why are you making jokes about the manager's wife? Like, why are you making jokes about the manager's wife? That's a reason why you got kicked out of the press office. Because you're a gobshite. Like, you're a miserable gobshite. Like, and you just want to bring up nonsense by saying, "Oh, it's nothing to do with the Champions League squad and this and that. He just never got picked for the squad." So then everybody's on the bandwagon going, "Oh, Chiesa hasn't been picked again. What does Chiesa have to do to get picked by Arnie? Arnie hates him. Arnie doesn't want him." And you're like, "What are you talking about? Arnie brought him on as a sub." like Arnie played him as a substitute and he scored a goal and he talked about it. So there you go. So he's not going because he's got an injury. And hopefully he'll be back for the Chelsea game. So stop following these people. Like, if they've got nothing good to say about Liverpool, don't follow them. I don't. What else have we got for you? Jason McAteer. Okay, let's talk about what Jason McAteer said. Let's talk about what Jason McAteer said. Jason McAteer thinks Arne Slot made a big mistake playing Florian Wirtz on the left rather than Cody in LFC's loss to Crystal Palace. The Wirtz issue is one thing I think he needs to take accountability for. If you look at the last two games, I understand him taking Wirtz out of the team against Everton because of the fixture. The way Everton play, the physicality, but Crystal Palace is the same vein as that game. We've seen that in the Community Shield. When he was really non-existent, Wirtz, he didn't do a lot in that game, and it was not suited for him. Now, unfortunately for Slot, it's come back to back. I feel like he was kind of forced into playing him because if you don't play him in 2 games in a row, it's a story, isn't it? A narrative starts to come out about it. And this is what I like about McAteer. He's right. He's right. If it wasn't for the narrative and it wasn't for the media and it wasn't for your Talk Sports and your Sky Sports and all those pricks who just don't like Liverpool, and Jamie Carragher, by the way, he can fuck off. If it wasn't for all of those knobheads, then Wirtz would probably have been benched against Palace. But he probably does have to play him because it is a case of, oh, you're not even playing your £100 million player. Why aren't you playing your £100 million player? And then that's all you get asked in a press conference. Why didn't you play your £100 million player? And it is, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And for me, when I didn't see Cody, I was like, oh, there's no pace on the wing. There's no one tracking back. There's no one tracking back, and they're going to play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. They play 3-4-3, but their 2 wide midfielders were basically the left back and the right back, who basically play like wingers, and they're really good. So he has to play him in that game, and it was absolutely suited for Gapco. Running up and down the line, getting over, being physical, height in the box for set pieces. Cody's got all of that. Cody's 6'4". Like an extra header, an extra person there to win the ball might have ended up with the ball not actually going to Gravenberch. Cody might have been marking that player, or Cody might have been another player, and Gravenberch might have been another player, and then Virgil wouldn't have had to mark him. Like, you just don't know how that would have set up. And he's gone to playing Wirtz, who doesn't like that kind of opposition and challenge. He doesn't. It's upset the balance of the entire team. And I feel like he's right on this. I feel like there's games where he fits and there's games where he doesn't. And I'm going to ask you in the chat, is that a problem? Like, is that a problem that we have signed a player that might not suit all of the games that we play? Because we are not, and I brought this up here with the clean sheets. I brought this up with the clean sheets. We are not a defensive-minded team at all. We don't play defensive football. We play really offensive football. Yeah. But there are a lot of teams that are defensive-minded, like Arsenal, like Everton. There's a lot of defensive-minded teams who don't concede a lot of goals. They get a lot of clean sheets. And all the teams we played so far this season, bar Arsenal, well, actually Arsenal will probably like that as well, to be honest. It's low block. It's low block. And did we sign Wirtz to beat the low block? Have we signed Wirtz to beat the low block? I want to ask you that because I don't know whether Wirtz can beat the low block. I don't know whether Wirtz can beat two guys stood on him, like two Groks just planted on him whole game. I don't know whether he can do that. I think Wirtz needs space. I think Wirtz needs counter-attack in football. Like, he needs to have something to run into, like a lane that's free for him to pick up speed. He hasn't got the space at Liverpool. Like, all we do right now is we play against a team that are in a wall and we play around the wall. We try to play around the wall. Like, we are camped outside the 15-yard box pretty much most of the game. We were at Palace, we were Arsenal, Burnley, Everton, Bournemouth, camped outside their penalty area, like, and it was a horseshoe that we were just going round and round and round, round and round and round, round and round and round, trying to find a space, trying to find a gap, putting a cross in, coming back out, back in, the whole game. Can Wirtz do anything in that situation? Can that guy do anything in that situation? Like, can he? Like, what, you can try and hit a banger, okay, but they block it. How many shots have we seen blocked? We need those tricks and flicks. I think we need a Luis Suarez. I think we need a magician. I think we need a guy that can dribble, that can slalom through teams. I think we need a Kvaratskhelia. Or we need to fucking change the way we play. Like, we need to stretch the game open, like, to make a space for him to go in. Like, stretch it. Don't shrink it. We need to have that Konate conversation. I'll bring up some Konate news, actually. I'll show you this. I didn't really want to bring this up, but I will. So, according to rumours in Spain, according to Defense Central, which is a Spanish media, Nico Paz and Konate have more or less agreed terms to go to Real Madrid in 2026, according to media. So I don't know how true that is, but I don't see anything new about Konate. I don't see anything new about Konate. And I'll ask you this question as well. Yeah. Do Arsenal play to those three strengths in the chat? Yes or no? Currently, right now, are Arsenal playing football that gets the best out of Saka, Eze, and Gyökeres? Yes or no? How many of those three do Arsenal play to their strengths? One of them? Two of them? Three of them? Right now, I believe Arsenal play to Saka and Eze's strengths, but not Gyökeres's. So I'll ask you this question. If you're playing Wirtz on the left, Isak down the middle, and Salah on the right, how many players' strengths are Liverpool playing to? Are they playing to all three, two of them, one of them? Because right now, we are still accommodating Mo Salah. We're still accommodating Mo Salah. We're not accommodating the new guys. We're not accommodating the new guys. Like, the only reason for me Ekitike has worked is because Ekitike has found a way to work into Liverpool. Like, what's Isak going to do in midfield? Like, why are you in midfield, Isak? Like, why are you stood in the midfield area? Like, what are you doing there? Like that's not your job. You're not good at that. You didn't do that at Newcastle, so why are you there? Just get your ass in the box. Get your ass in the box. We will find a way to get the ball to you in the box, because that's where we want you. We don't want you anywhere else. We want you in the box. You're a bagsman. You're a killer. We're not playing like that. We're not playing football to accommodate Isak. I'll ask you this question. When Manchester City signed Erling Haaland, did Manchester City change the way they played to get the best out of their killer? Yes or no? Did they change the way they played football to make sure Haaland was a killer? Yeah, that's what they did. Why are you spending 135 million on a guy? Sorry, 125 million on a guy, and you're not fucking changing all your shit to make sure he gets the ball in the box? Why? Why aren't you pinging 30-yarders over the defence? Because guess what? Isak's on the end of it. Isak's there for you. Why aren't you sending runners down the line to ping the ball into him? Why are you doing this tiki-taka shit round the outside of the box? That's not Isak's game. That's not Isak's game. Isak doesn't want three defenders stood around him. Isak wants the game split. Isak wants space. Isak wants to be able to get the ball to feet. Isak wants to be able to hold the ball up on his chest because he can bring it down. He can bring other players into the game. The sooner we fix this, the sooner you start seeing the better Liverpool. And you don't see these 1-0s or these 2-0s or these last-minute winners, or you don't have these heart attacks every game. The sooner we start to incorporate the big guns into the way we play football, the sooner we start to see Liverpool look good. Because right now, we don't look good. We don't look good. And we're not going to. And I've said this quite a while now. We're not going to look good until we start realising that these guys have to have the team work for them. And the formation needs to work for the players. The players don't work for the formation. You've got to stop doing that stuff. Isak isn't going to work for the formation that we want to play. Frimpong's not going to work for the formation we want to play. Wirtz isn't going to work for the formation we want to play. Neither's Kerkez. They're not going to work for the formation we want to play. We need to make a formation that works for them. We need to make a formation that works for them. Manchester City made it work for Haaland and they won the treble. Simple. They won the treble because they made it work for Haaland. Haaland didn't have to change anything he did. Haaland just had to be Johnny on the spot. He just had to keep on doing what he's been doing for so long that's made him so good. And he just needs to be there and arrive and stand there. And the ball's coming to him. He knows it's coming to him. He knows if he makes that run into that space, the ball will be there. It's always going to be there. Because everything was around him. If you spend 125 million on a killer, make it about him. Don't make it about other people. Make it about him. Fuck's sake. We made it about Núñez for so long. Everything was set up for Núñez. It's just Núñez wasn't a killer. Like, do it again. Do it again. It can be done. And it can't be about Mo Salah anymore. It can't be about Mo Salah anymore. He hasn't got the pace. He hasn't got the pace to be about Mo Salah. It's about Isaac. And it's about Wirtz. Make it about those two. Make it about those two. I don't want to see Dominic Szoboszlai being the man of the match every game anymore. I don't want to see him being man of the match anymore. I want to start seeing Isaac, Ekitike, Wirtz. I want to see them being man of the match. And they're not going to be if we don't start playing for them. Make it about them. Fuck me. You're going to play Isaac against Galatasaray tonight. I do not want to see the game being about Osimhen. I talked about Osimhen for so long. I don't want it being about Osimhen tonight. I don't want him coming away with a ball under his top like this. Like, I got three at home. Because the whole game for Galatasaray is about Osimhen. The whole game is about Osimhen. Everything they do is about getting the ball to Osimhen in the box. Liverpool are not playing the whole game to get the ball to Isaac because he never gets the ball. Isaac had like 6 passes. He touched the ball about 14 times. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously, are you kidding me? Like, if anyone touches the ball, it should be him more than anyone else. I don't care if you're pumping a 40-yarder. Stick 40-yarders constantly into their box. Because Alexander Isak is 6'4" and he's going to win some of them. And fire the ball into him from 30 yards. Put the ball in at his chest. He's a big lad. He'll win it. He'll turn. He'll pass it to someone else. But right now, tiki-taka, nah. Not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work. And Wirtz, fuck me, if you don't start fucking creating some space for that guy, then what have we got here? What have we got here? We've got 2 players that we spent 225 million on, and we haven't gone, you know what? These guys are generational. These guys can turn us into treble winners. If we ask them, how do you want us to play, lads? How do you want the ball passed here? Oh, you want it there? Okay, where do you want your runs go to? Oh, you want to go to there? Okay. How do you play them, Wirtz? Oh, you play like that? Okay, we'll get you in that position. Seriously? Like, are you so fucking naive? Are you so fucking blind? Like, you just think they're just going to change everything about how they've been for the last how many years to accommodate you? That's dumb. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. And I genuinely have concerns about Van Bronckhorst. I genuinely have concerns about this guy. I have never seen Liverpool look so bad at set pieces since Brendan Rodgers. Genuinely never seen Liverpool look so bad at set pieces since Brendan Rodgers. Like, we conceded pretty much all our goals from set pieces this season. Like, if they weren't free kicks, long throws, they were punts from the goalkeeper. Like, all of them. And if they weren't, and the goals we conceded that were open play were from our set pieces that we had cleared. Like, we have been fucking atrocious this season from set pieces. And last season, we also were not good from set pieces. We weren't. We did not score enough from set pieces. So we had a season last season where we didn't score enough from set pieces. And this season, we concede everything from set pieces. We have work to do. We have work to do. And it's not around defensive midfield. We have fucking shitloads of tall blokes. Like, we lost the Community Shield last season because we had a 5'6" bloke marking a 6'7" bloke from a corner. Like, tell me in what world that makes any sense whatsoever. We need to sharpen up. Like, we've had our warning now. This is our warning. Crystal Palace was the warning. You can lose games. You can be shit. You can't continue. We need to ship up now. We need to start playing football properly. And every one of slot signings this season has been terrible. It's been terrible apart from Ekitike. Every one of them. And say what you want. Like, I'm not blind. Like, I'm really not blind. Like, every one of them has been poor. Every one of them. Like, they've not been great to watch. Any single one of them. Isaac hasn't played enough, I'll be honest. But I'm still not convinced that he's going to play the football that we want him to play, because I think he's being asked to do stuff that's not his strengths. So the knives are going to be out. The knives are going to be out. And the knives are out already by a lot of our fan base. But we have to manifest that we're going to get better. And all I'm talking about, whether some of it was ranty, was just what needs to happen. Like, what I feel should happen. Like, we all have our own opinions. And some of you agree with me, some of you don't. Like, some of you think that people should be dropped, particularly Mo Salah. I'm not one to disagree with you. I think he should be dropped. I don't think he should be dropped in the European games because Mo Salah comes to life. But I'm not Chelsea away, because that's an old club, and you know what he's like against old clubs. But if his form continues, and if he's shit against Chelsea and he's shit against who we got after that? Manchester United, then maybe he sits out the Aston Villa game. Like, I don't know, but decisions have to be made. But if you're spending 225 million and you're not playing to the strengths of those two players, then you're a madman. You're genuinely a madman, because even Pep Guardiola did it. He played to Haaland's strengths, and look what it won him. He played to Haaland and Grealish's strengths, and they won the treble. That wasn't a coincidence. Jack Grealish was unbelievable that season. He was shit afterwards, but he was unbelievable that season, and so was Haaland, and so was Rodri. But he played to their strengths. I don't see him playing to the players' strengths that he's just bought. And why would you buy them? Like, you're buying your like you are buying your players. You have been backed by the board. They have given you the vote of confidence and gone, fuck it, here's 400 million. Go and get all your toys. Go and get your train set. Go and get your train set. And you're sticking the train on the wrong line. You built it the wrong way. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's backwards. Like, it's got you haven't put the wheels on it. Like, what? Like, it's your train set. Like, you play with the guys that you've got to the strengths that you bought them for. You can buy them and go, well, you know what? I'm going to buy him and I'm going to play him over there. Like, just because I can. No, because you've watched him there and you've gone, God, he's really good at doing that. So I'm going to buy him and he's going to do that. But he's not doing that. Like what? Like you bought Kirkes and he's a really good marauder and left back. And you don't let him do that. Like, now I bought you, mate, but what I want you to do is I want you to play centre back. What, boss? Yeah, but why? Like you need width. Like, you want me to get up and down. Like, I'm really good at crossing it as well. No, I don't want you to cross it. Like, what? But I'm really good at crossing it, boss. Nah. Well, but I'm really good at shooting as well, but I can score your goals. Like, if you want me to. No. I just want you to like stay back and protect Virgil. What? Okay. All right, boss. I'll do that. I'm going to hook you now because you're not good at doing it. Well, why did you think I would be good at doing it? Like, I'm. That's not my job. Like, that's not what I do. No wonder I'm shit at it. Like, it's weird. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, has the manager been space jammed? Everybody thinks Van Bronckhorst is an issue. Like, I watched that Crystal Palace game, and Van Bronckhorst was sulking on the bench. You can see he was sulking. I'm starting to think that our defense seems to be a Van Bronckhorst issue. I'm starting to think the set pieces are a Van Bronckhorst issue. Like, I don't know, but Johnny Heisinger, we looked a lot better when Johnny Heisinger was a coach. And you can sit there and say like, oh, does he really have that much input? Maybe, like maybe he does have that much input. Like, maybe Johnny Heisinger had a lot of input. I've got my microphone up here. I've changed it, so I hope you can hear me okay. But I'm going to finish now anyway. But I hope you enjoyed the show. I didn't go into the review because it was shit. It was a shit review. But the game will kick off soon. It'll be interesting to see who plays. Galatasaray away is not an easy game. It's not an easy game. Like, they haven't lost all season. They've scored a bag full of goals. This is another tough game. We have a lot of hard games. Like, we have had so many hard games. Like, we really have. Like, it's not... Look, it doesn't come that quickly that two of the most informed teams play each other, like, straight away, which is Arsenal and Liverpool. And then you also play another team that is really in form, which is Crystal Palace. And then you also play a derby in Everton. Like, Everton is shit, I get it. But they're not shit against us. Like, they're a derby team, so they're a hard team. And then you've got Manchester United, who's another derby. It's another rival team. Like, whether you like it or not, they still pull it out the bag sometimes against us. And then you've got Manchester City as well. Like, we've got a lot of tough games, all on top of each other. And we still had Atletico Madrid, which are a really good team, really defensive. They're a bit of a nightmare to play against with Liverpool, but we did it. And now we've got Galatasaray. And then we've got Eintracht Frankfurt, which is going to be another bit of a banana skin. Because they're a decent team, and they've also won European competitions. So they beat Tottenham last year. So they're a decent team. So we'll see how that one goes. But it doesn't get any easier for Liverpool. Doesn't get any easier. Doesn't get any easier. Keep the faith. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the game tonight. We could lose. We honestly could lose this game. Honestly, we could lose this game. It's Galatasaray away. We could lose this game. There's lots of big teams that have been beaten by Galatasaray at their ground, okay? We could lose. But don't lose your shit. Do not lose your shit, because it's just one game. You can lose games in the Champions League and still go through, okay? It's a league competition, all right? But don't lose your shit. Keep the faith, okay? Keep the faith. Galatasaray away. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the violence, because there's going to be violence. There always is. And then we've got Chelsea away. More violence. All right. You all have a good one. I'm going to see who's live now and pass you on. 2 seconds. Just bear with me. But before you do go, please hit the like, subscribe. Please hit the like and subscribe. And I'm going to pass you on to another show. 2 seconds. Who we got? Who is live? So we've got Judge Mo's live. Okay, so I'm going to pass you on to Judge Mo. He's live. Sticking KMack raid. I got asked to go on the show as well, so sticking KMack raid, and I'll forward you on to Judge Mo. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'm on the road to 2,000. I'm at 1,880, I think. So please hit the like and subscribe, and I will catch you all later. You all have a good one. Enjoy the game tonight. There will be violence, but keep the faith, okay? Keep the faith and manifest the win, all right? Manifest the win, yeah? We're all Reds. Much love. Take care. Bye-bye.